So I should probably document this as well. You know, my father was in the Air Force, and there's an Air Force Academy in Colorado. I don't know why that's significant, but I noticed Boeing's making a lot of drones lately. Uh, they used to make FA-18 Super Hornets when I was growing up in St. Louis. That's what they made in St. Louis. Now they're flying drones out of there. I thought they flew drones in like the Middle East. You know what I mean? So that's weird, right? So anyway, I'm in Vienna, and on the way to the Swiss Alps, I see what I thought was a plane, turned out to be a drone, and I don't know. I guess I saw like a movie called Syriana, I think it was, and there was a drone in that movie that like literally they sniped a car that was just driving by, and well, I rented a car, in uh, Switzerland. And so here I am, and I see this plane, and I thought it was a drone in Switzerland. And I'm like, the Swiss, do they even have access to that? But, because they're laid back people, like smoking weed is legal there in Switzerland. I think they have like a German prime minister or something. It's kind of weird in Switzerland, but the prime minister is German. I guess he owns his own. I guess they call it brew pub out west in Switzerland. So anyway, here I am driving. It's on my way to Stanford grad school. Taking a break for a while, and then I'm going back to Stanford. So I was in Switzerland for a while. There was a lot of stuff going on, and like I said, I came home from college, and I didn't recognize my family. They seemed kind of off. There was a guy living with us that was kind of a troublemaker. Um, and I guess his mom was a what do you call it? Wifey, girlfriend, and mistress. Mistress. She was a mistress to this wealthier black, or should I say African American? I really don't care. I have a ton of black friends, and I played football, obviously, at Mizzou, so no one's going to call me racist if I say black. I'm white. What, I mean, are we just going to, call everyone Caucasian? Yeah, no, screw you. Black. Black guy across the street, okay? I'm going to say black. White, brown, yellow, I'll say whatever the hell I want to say. That's simple. So, his mistress has got a son, right? The son, my mother, Jewish lady, sees the movie, what's that movie with Sandra Bullock, Knockout, or The Blind Side, that's right. And, takes this guy in, right? So I come home from college, and because he had a domestic dispute with his mother, the mistress, he was now living on my mother's couch. What? I had my girlfriend over, from college, and she happened to live in like another nice section of the west suburbs of St. Louis where we lived. Anyway, so she's coming over, and she's like, "Why is that guy here?" Because we had never seen anything like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like sheltered, affluent students at the University of Missouri, which, if you grew up in St. Louis, it's I wouldn't say it's like the norm, but like it's Mizzou is just St. Louis suburbs and even some Chicago suburbs students what um, what you know, what am I trying to say? What law school is to parents who are lawyers. You know what I mean? It's kind of the default. Like, you have to go to law school if your dad's a lawyer. Like, odds are, it just happens. Like, it's kind of like the default. Like, okay, you go to undergrad and you go to law school. You go up in certain suburbs of St. Louis, more affluent parts, or even Chicago, obviously, because they got to pay out of state, so even more affluent, I would say. Um, yeah, there's not a lot of $1 million houses in St. Louis, but yet from Chicago, the guys in my fraternity, they did have $1 million houses. I mean, they were from the nicer parts of Chicago. By the way, that's where I am now, only not in a nice part at all, in a shit, a town that, was built by, I guess, largely Germans, immigrants.